Starr's beer review. This time we're going to take a look at Viking Beer. This is from the Faxe brewery in Denmark. This is Faxe 10% extra strong beer. It's from Royal Unibrew in Denmark. Let's get a look at the can. It is from Royal Unibrew 4640 Faxe, Denmark, Faxe.com. You know what, not a whole lot of information other than that it's a heavily sugar fortified beer. If you look at its ingredients, it says water, barley malt, glucose syrup, maize, and hops. Maize means corn, of course.
Basically, it's a beer that's very cheap. It's very cheap and can get you drunk on one can. So, if you're really cheap and can't afford to get liquored up, that's the can.
Yeah, you know what? This beer is 500 milliliters and 10%. This has the alcohol content of 3 freaking standard lagered beers, and it costs $2.85 at the New Brunswick liquor store. Dude, that's cheap.
But you have to drink for it.
Neely's had a few already, so just excuse her. Anyway, you can see Viking right on the front of it. You know it's going to be one of those nights when you get that Viking on the front of on the side of the beer. But yeah, like, dude, it's $2.83. Why would you drink Colt 45 other than this?
Well, if I remember the taste, it might be the taste.
Anyway, let's give it a try.
Pour it.
Pour it. You want me to pour it? Yes, honey.
If I remember, it's quite. It doesn't hide its alcohol very well.
Let's give it a pour here. Looking at that. And I used my most absurd looking glass. My ginormous tube. Just more like potato.
It's a grapefruit.
Grapefruit, yes, it's my grapefruit glass. We'll call that the grapefruit glass from now on. Looking at that pour gives it 2 fingers ahead almost. But keep in mind that that's a very big circumference around that glass. Color-wise, it's more like a golden color. What would you say that kind of looks like?
Yeah, like a golden, almost an amber, a little bit.
Hold it up to the light there. Can you see a little bit of amber?
A little bit of amber.
I don't really see any amber in there, but whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're right. There is a little tad bit of amber. Lots of carbonation. It's almost, I think it's just the condensation on the inside of the glass that's giving it kind of a cloudy appearance. Head's died down to a finger, but it's actually taking on like a pillowy appearance. Look at that right there. So you can see that.
Looks like some nice.
Kind of not really showing up in the glass too well. What do you think?
Well, just as a weather person, it looks like some nice cumulonimbus clouds.
Okay. Yeah.
You asked me to join in.
I'm sorry. I would have thought you still don't know how to pronounce cumulonimbus.
It's been a few, so you gotta give me a chance.
There, it's kind of leveled out to a stratus, hasn't it?
No, stratus would be much thinner, like half a finger ahead.
Oh, whatever. It'd probably be darker too, wouldn't it?
No.
Weather terminology aside. Okay, Faxe Brewery 2001, 10% ABV beer. Let's give this a smell.
You're gonna be better at the smell, because I don't have a great nose way.
That's a strong, that alcohol and the malt content of that beer, and probably all the friggin' sugar in it, gives it a nice, fat, red delicious apple scent, like you just bit into a red delicious apple. You want a sniff of this? You want some of this? Huh?
I totally smell the apple smell. Like that
apple.
But not in a bad way.
I've heard it described as cotton candy before, you know who you are, but I kind of think this smells more like a, wow, that's really coming out as like red delicious apple.
It does, yeah. I don't really smell like a cotton candy smell. I smell more of like an apple.
Very, very sweet, yeah, apple, very sweet apple, and it's more like, yeah, red delicious. Maybe like hints of grape. Like, do you smell any grape in that? Like red grape?
Yeah, they're at the very end, yes.
Very end, yeah, red grape.
You really have to sniff, like you have to almost snort it to get the grape smell.
But that said, there's no like really hop character at all. There's no biting hop aroma that comes into your nose like a citrus, you know, citrus metaphrine, Zenap or whatever. Yeah, no, I work in IT, so that's funny to me. Yeah, haha.
It's keeping its head at least.
Yeah, it's keeping its head, and that's actually quite impressive for such a high alcoholic beer.
To be fair, when you smell it, you don't smell much of the alcohol. You smell this sweet, really sweet smell coming out of it that smells like you said, like an apple.
There's a bit of alcohol for the strong beer, but you really don't get the alcohol in the smell. It's mainly that red, delicious apple and grape. It smells almost like fruit punch, to be honest. Like, how do you think? Does that smell kind of like fruit punch?
Maybe a sick kind of fruit punch.
Sick kind of fruit punch. Well, I think sick's one thing you're going to be after having a few of these.
Yeah, well, just one's enough.
Just like your brother. A little Ben's night with that.
Hey.
Alright, okay, alright, so, yeah, like red delicious apple. That actually smells quite pleasing. Where are you going? Oh, yeah, how ladylike. Yeah, okay, so, I think we've discussed the smell enough. Let's give this a taste.
Your eyes just look big.
Woo!
Just give me a little sip, because,
yeah,
I've already been drinking.
Wow. It's got a bit of an alcohol burn in the back of the throat. You definitely taste it. Flavor-wise, the malts take on much of what the smell has. It's almost not bitter at all. There's a bit of a hop sting in the back of the throat. But what comes out the most is the sweetness. You might find that cloying after a few, but I will say that this particular beer is deceptively, like absolutely deceptively drinkable for what it is. It's very smooth.
Which could probably get you sick if you didn't realize what it was.
Yeah. I mean, the alcohol burns there, but it almost doesn't taste like it's enough of a burn to be 10%. What do you think?
Oh, I can feel the 10%.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because I've been drinking Rolling Rock and...
I've nearly finished off the leftover Rolling Rock, thank you. As well as that.
It got me, I mean, nothing else would get me buzzed.
How many Fire Chief Reds did you have?
2.
2? And you had 2 Rolling Rocks?
Yes.
Alright, so you've had enough. Actually, that's quite impressive. You can taste the 10%. I mean, there is a little bit of an alcohol burn in there, for sure. And that comes with being such a alcoholic beer.
To be fair, I haven't been drinking really high ABV beers tonight, so to drink that is quite a...
That is a system shot.
That's a sipper. You gotta sip that.
I think if you really wanted to, you could chug that. I
barf all over the place. Go ahead.
All right. Well. Okay. Yeah, there is an alcohol burn to the back of the throat. That it's not absolutely like overpowering. What really gets you most is that there's a nice smoothness and gentle carbonation within that beer, and it's got a nice sweet taste with that red apple. After a few of these, you might find that a bit too much, and you might get yourself sick. But hell, it's a 10% fucking beer. You're gonna get yourself sick if you have too many of these anyway. What do you think, Granny?
I just want another taste of it.
Okay.
I don't think I gave it a 10%. Yeah, you can taste the red delicious when you just sip it like a proper person could. Does and not chug it down into your throat like I did before.
Alright, well, why don't we sit down with this beer and see what we think? Yeah?
Okay.
Alright.
We're gonna split it up?
Yep, we're gonna split it up. Okay. Alright, so what did we think of Faxe 10 Extra Strong Beer? It's a swift kick in the ass. Wow. Yeah, she's laughing too. I should not have done this as the third review of the night. It It is a nice, deceptively smooth drinking beer, but it comes with its own price and a high alcohol burn, and will get you lit up like a Christmas tree. I think that if you really want a beer that'll get you drunk, at $2.85 a can in New Brunswick, this will f*** you up.
I'm sorry.
Way better than Colt 45.
If you have 2 of these, you're gonna bomb. I'm just gonna say, in quick succession, you're gonna bomb.
Depending upon who you're, hey, maybe you're the kind of guy that will be able to douse a couple of these cans, no problem. But for most humans, this is going to be one that will finish your night, 1 or 2 of these cans. I personally wouldn't want to try myself. A nice fruity apple taste to it, but you gotta keep in mind that mainly present sweetness in this beer is a result of them adding so much sugar to it, just so it can get to this magic number of 10% right there.
I'm sorry, but as a girl, and drinking it, and then I gave the rest to you because it was too strong for me tonight. I've been drinking like medium ABV beers all night, so this was a little too high. I just find that the alcohol sort of overwhelms the apple flavor that we smelled from the first beginning, and it's so overwhelming that it's very off-putting if you're not drinking the right beer with it.
There is a very much an alcohol aftertaste as you drink down that beer. For what it's meant to do, and that's to be a high alcohol beer, it's pretty good. But as for any kind of technical merit, I'm still going to give it like a 2.5 out of 5. I mean, it does what it says to do. Taste-wise, it's fairly average. And it's not the greatest beer out there, plus it will end your drinking night if you have too many of these ones. Perhaps turn you off of beer altogether if you end up spewing your guts. I don't know, I like swirling and it's damn well what I'm going to do. Alright. Okay, yeah. So, what do you give this out of 5 there, honey?
I give her a pass. Probably
pass?
2.5.
2.5?
You know, it's gonna, if you're gonna have a night out, maybe you just want to get a little bit buzzed, then just have one of these and sip it throughout the night, and you're gonna have a good night. But if you're gonna drink it really quick, then you're gonna get yourself sick because you can really feel the alcohol off of this.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you there in that the alcohol is definitely present. And for a lot of quality beers out there, the alcohol is generally well masked. The alcohol really comes out in this one. And while it's a smooth drinking, nice and fruity tasting beer, you can really taste the liquor in that.
Yeah.
However, that may be what you want. If you really want to get yourself shit-faced, then that's a great beer to drink.
If you got
but for any other reason, why the hell would you want to drink
it? If you got something to forget or something you want to get off your mind, this is the beer to take.
If you have bad childhood memories, this is the beer for you.
But
if you're breaking up in a rough relationship, this is a great beer for you. If you just like had your car broken into and then somebody rammed into the back of it, this is the beer for you. But if you've got a pretty good day, don't ruin it.
Just split it with somebody, okay?
I did, didn't I?
And then I give it all back to you.
Yeah, show the love. Try to spread my love to the world.
Anyway, 2.5 for me.
2.5 for the world. It's a mediocre world.
It's not, I mean, in presence-wise, it's not a great beer, but it does what
it's supposed to do.
It makes you drunk. If that's what you're after, if you want to get drunk, then you take that beer. But besides that, I don't find it having many merits.
I ate all my worlds, now I have none left.
Alright. Finish it off.
The higher, the fewer. Oh, I'm a nerd. Deal with it. Alright. 2.5 out of 5 for the both of us. Enjoy.